Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special, very loving edition of the Apter Chat. With me is a young lady who is the guardian angel, I'm going to say, of Abdullah the Butcher. She is known as the Queen. She is Queen Malikah. Welcome, Malikah.
Yes, thank you very much for having me on. I
Well,
had
we're
to
recording
because
this.
Ab
Go
says
ahead.
he's known you for a long time and he would love for me to do this with you.
Well, thank you. Thank him.
Yes.
Abby and I have known each other since 1969, and we're recording this on
Oh,
October 28th, 2025.
oh my
And
God. Oh
as I
man.
mentioned, you are uh, an angel, a guardian angel, Tim. Tell
Thank
us,
you.
there are a lot of people who don't know who you are in Abdullah the Butcher's life. Would you tell them?
Yes, I am Ab's living caretaker. I'm his manager and I do all of the booking for him right now.
How many years do you go back with him?
It's been I've been doing this for about approximately 15 years.
Wow. Wow. How did you first hook up with Abdullah?
Um, at a park downtown, I was feeding the homeless. I was feeding the homeless, and I uh, I happened while I was feeding the homeless, I looked to the right and I seen somebody else feeding and giving away clothes and coats and socks and shoes and I'm saying, wow, let me go over there and see what's going on over there. So when I went over there, I asked the person who's doing all of this, and they pointed to him, and I said, "Who are you?" He said, "My name is Joe." And I said, "Your name is Joe?" I said, "Wow, I am so impressed with this." And I said, "I come down here quite often and feed the homeless. Maybe we could collaborate and do it together." And so I went over there and I mentioned to my son, I said, you need to come over there with me. I want you to meet them. And so he says to me, we went over there to meet him. And I said, "This is Joe right over here. Look what they're giving away." He said, "Joe." And he whispered, he said, "Come here for a minute." I said, "Mommy, that's not Joe. That's a wrestler. His name is Abdullah the Butcher." I said, "You gotta be kidding me." He said, you're so funny." We were laughing about it. He said, "That's Abdullah the Butcher." I said, "Who is that?" Because I wasn't a wrestling fan. My son was ever since he was a little child. And I said, you gotta be kidding." He said, "He was my hero." He said he was one of the ones when you would spank me when I had to go to bed so I can get up and go to school. He was the one that I used to watch all the time. I know what I'm talking about. So I went up to him. I said, "Sir, my son says he knows you. You told me your name was Joe." And he started laughing at somebody next to him. That's how I met him.
Wow. He was kayfabing from the very beginning.
From the very
Yes.
beginning, yes.
So tell us, people are going to be watching this in the next few days after we record this. Tell us,
Yeah.
there are all rumors that Abdullah's dead. Abdullah's can't this, he can't that. Could you set the record straight? Tell us what happened when and on October 28th, 2025, what the
And
situation is
I
currently.
want I want to say it, and I'll say it because of you. We were in the car, and
When was this?
this was um on a week ago. No, on Sunday. What was Sunday? That Saturday, not this Saturday, but this a week
Or
from.
2 weeks ago on
I'm saying,
Saturday. Okay.
excuse me. Yeah, it's been about 10 days now. Ten
Okay.
days ago. So we were in the car driving, and all of a sudden, he had a slur of speech. His speech became slurred, and he told me he was real dizzy. And to make a long story short, I drove quickly to the fire station. And the fire station, they all knew who he was because of
Of
his
course.
hip. As a bad hip, they come and have to pick him up because he would fall sometimes with his hip. So anyway, immediately called the stroke unit, stroke unit, and I hear from what they told me. I want him to go to his regular hospital, but they said no, Grady Hospital is one of the best trauma hospitals for strokes and whatever. And I think you need to bring him there. And they did. And when I got there at that time, they had in that mobile, I just want to give a shout out to Grady Trauma Center, because in that mobile, they had an MRI and they were testing him, and two doctors in the ambulance along with two paramedics, and they were testing him. And so I followed them to the hospital. But to make a long story short, that's when they told me he had a stroke. And he had a stroke, and he ended up to make. I don't want to go into what happened upstairs, but I think it was unnecessary. He had another stroke,
Wow.
but he's not. The doctor said he's not going to die from it. I've been up here every day. Very seldom did I go home, just day and night. It, what is that? I'm sorry, the nurse is here taking care of him. So he uh he's had to wait downstairs for a few days to go upstairs. That's where he had the other stroke. But his left arm is sort of, he can't do anything with it.
Okay.
His left arm, and his left leg is a little stiff, but his left arm, he can't do nothing. He may twitch his fingers every now and then, but that's basically it. He had a stroke, but he has a little slur of speech. He's laughing, he was laughing and talking, but you have to listen closely to what he's saying. And his speech seems to be getting better, because where he's at, they're taking great care of him.
That's great. And
Yeah.
I had
And he's in
pleasure.
good spirit, was laughing today.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of speaking with him a few hours ago, and
Yeah,
wanted to make sure this was getting done, and he sounded good, and
yes,
he's always had a great spirit about him.
yes,
And he's keeping this. But all the fans saying their prayers for Abdullah. As soon as we heard about it, he was booked to be where I was on
yes.
Saturday at the GrappleCon, Barry Rose's guest, and we were all very, very sad that he wasn't able to make it. But we were happy to know that uh, you and the nurses and the doctors were taking good care of him.
Yes, he's being taken very good care of. I'm here around the clock and making sure. And I'm tomorrow what I'm going to do, because they're ready to put him in. They said, what's best for him is he needs to get in a rehab right away, so he
Yes.
can start his way onto recovery. So I'm gonna go out tomorrow, and they gave me a list, and I'm gonna look for one of the best places that I think for him. I want to tour the place, and I want to make sure it's a place where they're going to look out for Ab.
Oh, of
So,
course.
yeah, and we're trying to, and
And
I
it's in Georgia, so everybody knows who he is.
everybody, everywhere we go, and so many, oh my goodness, the calls, it's unbelievable. And I can't, and I want to say to everybody, I'm sorry, and Herb Simmons is one of them. I apologize. I can't get to everybody because it's been overwhelming with me. I don't get too much sleep, and I have to take care of me also. But my primary concern is Ab, and that's why I can't get back into everybody. So
Sure.
I want to thank everybody for their prayers, their uh everything, because the people have been showing so much love, support, and concern for Abby. And I just want to thank everybody from the depths of my heart. And Abby's, I'm gonna read, matter of fact, a lot of the posts, the comments, the text messages. I try to read it, and he smiles when I read it. He absolutely loves his fans and all the whole wrestling world. He loves it. And this is what makes him happy. So I'm determined to help him get back up to where he'll be able to see everybody,
Now,
including
I don't
you.
know if you have a place that if fans want to send best wishes or something to him, is there somewhere they can do that?
Yes. I have an ad, I have to see, let me see, I have a card. we have, my son went to get a post office box just for that.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great. That's
yeah. Let me see.
See,
It's,
fans, we're old school. We're not. We're post
yes,
office box still exists.
we can't give out the address, but
Right.
it's 1700 North Side Drive, Northwest. That's Suite 47, number 7046. That's in Atlanta, Georgia, 30316. Let me repeat it.
Could
And
you hold that up to the camera?
sure, of course.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, now just hold it right there. And fans can send um, cards and everything to this AB the Butcher LLC, 1700 Northside Drive Northwest, Suite A7, number 746, Atlanta, Georgia, etc. And you can see it right there. And prefer, even though the phone number's on there, because of all the thousands of people trying to get in touch, don't call. It'd be better just to send your cards there, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Thank
Oh
you.
my goodness. Well, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for taking my call.
Yes, of
Uh, as soon as I heard that this happened, I couldn't wait to get in touch with you.
yes, and yes. And he'll be back on his feet. He just has to go to rehab. And depending how well he does, he'll come home and I'll get some therapists and everything to still come to the house. But he'll be back at it again, God willing. Yes.
Oh yeah,
Not
yeah,
that
yeah.
it-
I know we'll see him out there at the conventions and stuff,
Yes.
and let him know how much we all love him.
And let me just say this. I was talking to Ab today. We're having a big event for him for his birthday. God willing, he'll be up out at the rehab. And I asked him because I was going to think about canceling. He said, no. He said, no matter what. He said, even if he said, I don't care if he's in a wheelchair. He's in a wheelchair most of the time when we come out. Anyway, he wants to still come. So it's, if first, the primary concern is him getting well. But if he's well, you know, then we'll continue, he'll come out to it. And if he doesn't, we'll put up a big screen with him in the rehab where he can see everything and talk to his fans and stuff.
Now, when is this possibly taking place?
On January, his birthday, January the 10th, the day before his birthday. It's
How young is he?
He's 84 years young.
Wow, he's 4 years older than me. I just turned
Oh,
the big 80. Yeah,
oh
I
my
know.
goodness. I didn't
I
know you
know.
were up here like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, and we would love for you to be there. We have a lot of good things that's gonna happen, and he deserves it. I always tell people I believe in giving one their flowers while they live. Don't
I
wait
totally agree.
from amongst us.
And what date did you say that is?
And January the 10th, 2026. It's gonna be the black tie affair. It's sort of formal. And then the day before that, on January the 9th, will be the Q&A. Yes, the Q&A where people will have a panel there where they can ask people that know about his career. They
Sure,
can, the
sure.
audience can ask them questions about it.
Well, if
Yes,
I can be there,
we
with
would love you to join us.
if I could be there, I would love to host the Q&A and be part of it.
Yeah,
Definitely, definitely,
yes,
definitely. I'm going to
yes,
let you go, and thank you so much for doing this. And I'm
yes,
going to make sure this gets out there within probably sometime tomorrow, the 29th or the 30th, so everybody is
yes.
updated. All right.
All right.
Much love to you, Malika, for
Love
the
to
Apter
you.
chat. This is Bill
Okay.
Apter, and we'll see you at the matches.
Yes. And thank you, everybody, for your great love and concern and your well wishes. Thank you all. We love and appreciate you. Okay. Bye bye.